In fact, I even did something else, and guess what? I think I left it at home too. No, I got it. Believe it or not, I got it. Wow. Yeah, something's, yeah. Tim is such a wonderful person. No, I mean it. You guys keep me in line. That's fine, thank you. do this. All right, we're live on YouTube right now for the Ogden Mustangs Coaches Corner here at the Weber County Sports Complex. I want to thank everybody that's here, everybody that's online at YouTube. I want to remind everybody that we do have a text line. It is 385-240-1121. Again, 385-240-1121. And if you're going to text us a question for one of the players or Kenny Orlando or myself or anybody else from the Ogden staff, please make sure you put your name on there so we know who's asking the question. Maybe put where you're texting from also, and ask us anything that you'd like. But something that's very special this weekend, not this weekend, but the following weekend coming up, which is going to be January 30th and February 1st, is going to be our Autism Awareness Weekend. And that's why we do it up here at the Weber County Sports Complex, is because it is one of our special weekends. Unfortunately, the team will be out of town next weekend, and we have several players that are going to be leaving from Casper right after that weekend. So we'll talk about that with Kenny in just a moment. Tonight's Coaches Corner, I want to thank our sponsors, Little Caesars Pizza. We do have Little Caesar here. We'll have to bring him online in just a moment. And then we also have UTOG, so we want to thank them. Everything was donated. Fans out there are having, fans and the team are having pizza and UTOG, soda, water, and we do want to thank their sponsorship. But while we're going, we might as well ask Kenny Orlando to come on up, and let's talk about this past month. The last Coaches Corner we had was in December, so a lot's been happening, Kenny. And I even gave you stats. So December was a pretty good month. It was we went 5-1, which I don't think is too shabby for a short month. First of all, how was your holidays?
It was great. Got to, just like the guys, go home for a couple days, reset, see the family, and I think that break is always needed for every team throughout the league, but that break hit us at a really good time as far as health goes for the guys to recover and recoup. So obviously we were on a little bit of a run there, so it's tough to have a break during your run, but being able to prioritize the health and come back as a healthy group, that was the main priority for us. So
yeah, I mean, you guys played 27 games in the first half, and that's got to take a pretty good toll on your players.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk about the first half, going 5-1. What do you attribute the 5-1? I mean, I know you had some health issues, some injuries, and everything else like that, but it seemed like the team really stepped up in the month of December.
Yeah, we talk about for the first half of the season trying to create some separation in the standings and trying to establish a spot at the top of the division and of the league, and the guys found a rhythm there. They got pretty in tune with what we were doing and why we were doing it, and obviously there was a lot of successes that came with that. You see when we're able to pitch together consistent efforts that our team's very talented, and usually we find a way to end up on top. But it's definitely the consistency side that's a challenge for every single team. I think over the general scope, we've done a very good job this year. In December was nothing short of that. I think we went into the holiday break feeling very good about where we were at.
Yeah, and it turned around when you come back in January. I mean, you win 4 more games right in a row right after that, so the break really showed that it helped. But something that I've noticed, and I've talked to our Director of Broadcasting, Tim Broussard, is the aggressiveness, and I noticed the aggressiveness of this team compared to last year's. It is immense. I mean, it is 200% better than last year's, in my own opinion. And what do you attribute that to? Is it the the players? Is it the leaders? Is it you? I mean,
No, returning players know exactly what we're looking for. We have the right returning players here that live up to the expectation that we give them. So it's pretty contagious within the room. You know, when we walk out, that the guys that are here for their first time or their first year or their first experience with our team are able to lean on some of those leaders a lot of the time for guidance and understanding of what our expectation is. And obviously that's nothing short of winning a championship, but it's more than that, right? It's how you carry yourself, and it's what you do on a daily basis, and that translates to our game, right? So translates to how we defend, how we play, and I know recently it has not been this way, but through December and early January, we were very tough to play against, right? So very tough to defend, and teams coming into our zone didn't have a lot of good high-end chances or priority shots. They were taking secondary options, stuff that was ugly, stuff that was that would kill plays quick. So yeah, it's very aggressive, but I attribute a lot of that to the returning guys being able to make that contagious within the room, and everyone understand that the only way we're going to win this game is if we play this way.
yeah, and it shows on shots on goal for the total so far this year, and this is something that we've talked about on Hockey TV also, is total shots on goal for the Ogden Mustangs right now is 1,213, and the opposing players is 885. That is about a 320 shots on goal difference. And when you keep on going after those shots, those goaltenders get tired.
Yeah, on paper, this is a pretty, this is a very Ogden Mustangs-esque team. It's exactly what our identity is. Being able to create offense, and at the same time, on the flip side of the coin, being able to defend hard and take pride in it, right? And that's what you see when you look at some of those numbers. I know going into Christmas break, we were the team that gave up the least amount of scoring chances in the entire league, and one of the top two that created them. So, but again, that's all on guys in the room and being bought into what we're doing and why we're doing it a certain way, because it works, right? And if you don't have that contagious buy-in, stuff like that usually starts to fall and dissipate. So it's a matter of keeping every guy bought in like that.
Well, since we last met, we've had a lot of honors. We've had the West Division Players of the Month, which was Kuzmenkoff, Tong, and Berkins for December. But then you had December 17th through the 22nd, Tong, Bauer, Schneider, which was kind of an affiliated player. It's kind of interesting to see an affiliated player come for 2 games and get a Player of the Week for Mountain Division. And then January 1st through the 6th was Tommy Jacques. And then January 7th through the 13th was Walsh and Hendrickson. So, I mean, a lot of honors are going out to our Mustang players, and I want to talk about the All-Stars on the second segment, because that's going to be coming up in the year, but there's a lot more honors there coming.
Yeah, there was, especially with a lot of that, being in December, right? I mean, a lot of that came from team success, came from individual success that was all spread throughout the group. It wasn't one or two guys. At the top end of our roster doing everything. It was a very collaborative effort, very collective type of push from all 4 lines and everyone all the way through. To have some of those guys earn those accolades is great, and it shows just how deep we can be when our guys are playing their game.
Exactly. I want to go over power play goals, because I'm kind of confused on power play goals. I'm not a hockey guy, I'm a baseball guy. But right now, power play opportunities has been around 131. That's 3rd in the division, and we're tied 4th in the league. But power play goals, we're 1st in the division and the 1st in the league for 31%, with a power play of 23.7%. And that's 1st in the league and 1st in the division. Go around a power play. What happens during a power play? What are you looking for in a power play? What are the players looking for in a power play?
Well, we'll keep our secrets off the air for anyone watching, but
I don't want any secrets, but
the simplistic way to look at it is you want to try to create a numeric advantage. There's got to be some sort of numeric advantage on what you're doing. If you're playing 1-on-1 or 2-on-2 in certain areas of the ice, it's going to die out just like it does 5-on-5. So anyone that really studies that and dives into it from the coaching side, from the players side, guys that embrace those roles, they're trying to create an odd man opportunity somewhere on that ice in that zone. So, the reason that we've had success, it's been a little stale. It started to come back to life in this last game, but the reason we have general success in the first 2/3 of the season is because we're creating that odd man advantage at some point in their zone that's within a dirty area of the ice that we want to be in. And for our guys, they, in those power play opportunities, being in the position we're in, they've been taking advantage of those. Little bit different as of late, but overall, from where we've been in 33 games so far, or whatever the number is, it's been generally consistent. We're always challenging those guys for more. And guys have come on and off of those units and embraced some opportunities there. But what you're looking at from a fan perspective or someone just watching the game is, are you creating some sort of 2 versus 1 situation for us to make it take advantage of?
That's all I wanted to know. I didn't want to know any dirty secrets. So, hey, let's talk about the Mountain Division standings right now too. I'll tell you what, you and Idaho Falls Spud Kings, you're just, it's going to be a race to first place, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, both of you are 24-6-2-1 with 51 points. They just tied it up over the weekend. And then the Outliers are in third place right now with 38 points. The Bulls, 35 points. Rock Springs Grizzlies are 23 points, and then the Warbirds are 17 points. You only meet the Idaho Falls Spud Kings 3 more times.
Yeah, and those 3 games will decide the series. We have the same record against each other right now. Definitely hurts when you throw them a cupcake 5 minutes left in the first game of the season, but I think we learned from that one big time. They're another good hockey team, right? So, it's going to come down to the finish, and we need to do everything we can to be as consistent as possible and make sure we end up on top.
Well, Kenny, we are going to bring you back at the end of the show, and we'll talk about the future, what's going to happen in the next couple weeks. Mm-hmm. Really fantastic thing that's going to be happening on I believe it's the 28th and 29th of January. So we'll talk about that and the boys that have been honored through the Mountain Division All-Stars. So we'll be right back after a few messages on YouTube Live.
Our next upcoming home games will be Friday, January 31st and Saturday, February 1st against the Rock Springs Grizzlies for Autism Awareness Weekend. All autism proceeds will benefit the Northern Utah Autism Program. If you are interested in making donations, please contact Tim Smith at marketing@ogdenmustangs.com. All games start at 7:15 p.m., with doors opening 1 hour prior. You can purchase tickets to the game at tickets.ogdenmustangs.com.
Hi, I'm Rachel Manning, and my husband is Daryl Manning.
And I'm Abby Manning, and I'm 10 years old, and I have a brother, Aiden Manning, and he is 14 years old.
Yes, and we just wanted to tell you about our billeting experience. We decided to become a billet family to help the hockey community, also to give these players a nice place to stay, somewhere they can just eat and call home, a home away from home. We wanted to provide a safe environment for them and just a nice, quiet place where they can just unwind after a game or practice. A fun place where they could invite their friends over too. I would have to say I've really enjoyed getting to know the players and their family. That's been really exciting to kind of make those long life friendships. I've watched these boys, the players, they've come into this team boys but leave men. I mean, they really mature. It's fun to watch them grow as a team. I mean, you see the goods and the bads. You go through the heartaches with them, the losing, the winning. If they get hurt, if they get sick, I mean, you're there for all of it. And it was a really good experience. We were so happy to be a part of it.
Billeting the hockey boys made me look at hockey a different way. And I used to not like hockey until they came along, and I love hockey now. What else? I will always cherish the moments that we were together when they left and when they arrived.
Yeah, and we love being Ogden Mustang fans. I mean, we've been fans for a long time, and then to get this opportunity to billet, it's been awesome. So I would highly recommend becoming a billet family. It's very rewarding. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Josh Sparrow, and this is my wife Megan, and this is my daughter Chloe. And we are a billet family for the Ogden Mustangs. This is our third year billeting for the Mustangs. And our players that we just got done billeting were Corson McGuire and Tyler Lafferty. I think we built for a lot of different reasons. Maybe I grew up playing hockey. It's my favorite sport. I met my best friends playing hockey, and we just kind of decided as a family that we wanted to give back to the sport. And we think that building has been a good way to do that. Some of the things we like it for a lot of reasons, but I would say probably the biggest reason is the relationship that we are able to build with the boys that we billeted and their families, along with the organization. Ogden is a fantastic organization. It's got a great reputation, and we're just really lucky and excited and happy to be able to be a part of it. And like I said, just give back to the awesome sport of hockey. So if you're considering billeting, I definitely would get in contact with the Mustangs organization, because it's been a great thing for our family. And go Mustangs. Thank you.
And restoration services for your home, business, and its contents. For 25 years, ServPro has provided the residents of Ogden, Riverdale, Roy, and other regional cities and areas with impeccable restoration and recovery services. ServPro of Ogden has helped hundreds of families and businesses restore their properties. We can help you too. We're open 24/7. We can be reached any day of the year. We are a full-service disaster restoration company and also offer repairs and reconstruction services. When your property is in jeopardy, you need to know that you have the right contractor by your side to help you clean up the mess and put your life back together. Trust in the team at ServPro of Ogden. All insurance is accepted. We work closely with agents and adjusters to make sure that they are aware of what's going on and to ensure that any delays are minimized. In a disaster, time is of the essence, and we don't want to waste a moment. Call us at 801-740-5287. We're here to help.
This is Brody Simcoe. Welcome back from the break. You are listening to the Ogden Mustangs Broadcast Network.
All right, we're back at the Weber County Sports Complex for Coach's Corner, this January edition, 2025. Hey, again, tonight's Coach's Corner is sponsored by Little Caesars Pizza in Utah, and we do have a special guest. I've been asked to bring him up. It is Little Caesar. Little Caesar, how are you? Be careful. I don't want you to do anything bad. So, hey, got a couple questions for you, and they're fun questions. Do you talk to yourself? Think about it real hard. Yep, okay. And who is your favorite Disney character? Think about it. Kind of act it out a little bit. Oh, you're still thinking. We'll come back to that one. And who is your favorite hockey team? The Ogden Mustangs. There you go. Okay, so do you have a Disney character? Because I was thinking of one maybe you'd like. Hercules. Yep, there you go. All right. We want to thank Little Caesar for coming tonight and providing the pizza. We greatly appreciate you. All right, it's time to bring up a couple players and get to know them a little bit better. We are going to bring up first number 27, Caleb Bendel, and number 37, Beck Picanato. while they put their absolutely gorgeous jerseys on. These were, I'll tell you what, I like these jerseys from last year's better. There's something about them. Stand up for a minute and show them off, because they are going to be auctioned off during the games, live and also online. So go ahead and have a seat, guys. Thanks for coming up. I know you got chosen to do this because you knew it was going to be time sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Let's go. Let's start with Caleb on the end. Let's talk about yourself.
What do I want to know?
All right. Well, where are you from? How long have you been playing? What was your last team, and why hockey?
Okay, I am from Chanhassen, Minnesota. I've been playing hockey since I was 3, maybe competitively 4. My last team was the Colorado Grit in the North American Hockey League. And I play hockey because it's fun, it's competitive, I think the teamwork that comes with the game and, the speed, the pace, I just find it fascinating and I love it.
Okay, I'm not familiar with Chanhassen. Where is that located at compared to, say, St. Paul, Minneapolis?
We're on the west side of the cities, so about 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes?
Yeah.
And at what age did you start skating, and what age did you start playing hockey? Do you remember back that far?
No, I mean, I've seen pictures of myself on skates when I was like 1, but competitively I probably started when I was 5 on some little youth rec team.
All right. Now, Beck, same questions.
Yeah, I'm from Maple Grove, Minnesota, so that's like 20, 30 minutes northwest of the cities in Minnesota. I've been playing hockey since I was 3. I'm 19 now, so 15, 16 years. And my dad's the one who got me into hockey. He played growing up. He played through college. So took it after that and loved it ever since.
Great. And I always ask these guys, and you've seen me do this before, what do you think of Ogden? I mean, is this the first time ever out here in Ogden?
For us?
For Utah?
For me, yeah. I've been to Park City before skiing, and that was a blast. But it's beautiful out here. Really, really cool city. It's amazing driving into the mountains every morning for practice. So it's amazing.
Yeah, you're going to have to get closer to the microphone so people can hear you. I mean, I can hear you absolutely perfect. What about you?
So last year I played half the season for Provo with the Predators organization, and coming here was always nerve-wracking. I hated playing in front of Ogden fans. Playing for them, it's fun, but when you're a visitor in this building, it's hard to think and hear, and it's fun, but playing here sucks.
Yeah, but I can honestly say if you're not playing good, it's hard playing in front of them too.
Yeah.
Because I can hear it too. So, what do you think about playing in front of the Ogden fans?
It's a blast. This rink gets so loud, especially with the number of people that come out to the games to support us, and it's just electric. You can get huge momentum swings playing when things start going your way, and the team helps pick you up, or the fans help pick you up when things aren't going as well either. So it's certainly an advantage. It's certainly a blast.
Great, glad to hear it. Well, I was going to say, you played for the Provo Predators last year, because I remember you, and I was going to ask you the same thing. How was it coming down here as a Provo Predator? And you already answered it, so thank you very much. Have you ever played in front of a crowd this big before?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, Minnesota high school, it's different than most high schools in other states, so it's state of hockey, it's pretty big, and students love it, parents like it, so we got pretty good crowds in high school.
Yeah, same for me. I was lucky enough to play in the state tourney in Minnesota, and they sell out the Excel Center, so it gets really cool. But I've never had an experience of coming to every home game and having this kind of crowd. This is something special.
So, do you guys play against each other by chance?
Not in high school, unfortunately. He had a bigger high school, so there's 2 different like section brackets, and
He plays with the little boys.
wow, throwing shade. I love it. No, maybe when we were like little, like youth teams, maybe, but unfortunately not in high school.
All right, well, let's get on to the get to know you questions. Again, we do have a text line, 385-240-1121. If you have a question for either Caleb or Beck, please send it in the text line. Put your name and where you're texting from. So we want to know who you are and where you're texting from so we can kind of get an idea of our audience. All right, Caleb, you ready? We're going to go with you first. Where is one place you've always dreamed of going?
Europe.
What movie could you watch every day?
Happy Gilmore.
If you could only have 2 foods for breakfast for the rest of your life, what would they be?
Bacon and French toast.
And do you have a nickname?
Bendy.
And how did you get the nickname?
I don't really know. My last name's Bendel, so people just added a Y to it and just shortened it, I guess.
Okay. Do you consider yourself a clean or messy person?
It depends on the day. My mom would say messy, so I'm going to go with that.
Should
Messy.
we ask your
Yeah, Jackson.
teammates? What would you guys
Jackson,
say,
am I
clean or
messy?
messy? Clean?
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. All right. And do you collect anything? Do you have a hobby of collecting anything?
No, I do not.
Okay, and what is one thing that you'll never do again after trying for the very first time?
Ooh. I have no idea.
Okay.
Roller coasters. I hate roller coasters,
Okay.
so I'm going to say that.
And what was one of your most favorite birthday gifts you have ever gotten?
Probably a hockey net. When I was little, I was like 6. I got my first hockey net, so that one stands out.
Nice. And what music genre do you listen to the most?
Probably rap or, yeah, rap.
Rap. And do you have any pets? If so, what are they and their names?
I have one. He's a 10-year-old yellow lab, and his name is Bauer.
Bauer.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of weather?
Sunny, obviously.
Okay. On a scale from 1 to 10, how funny do you think you are? And remember, your teammates are out here.
Like a 7, 6. I don't know.
Okay. Am I seeing yes or no?
I feel like that's a good answer.
Oh, I got a thumbs up. I got a thumbs up.
Thank you, Effie.
So, what's your favorite way to have fun?
Hang out with the boys.
Okay. And what was or is your favorite subject in school?
Gym class. I hate school.
Okay. And the final question, and I ask these all the time, is if you could share a meal with any 3 individuals, living or dead, who would they be and why?
Ooh. Probably Wayne Gretzky, Jesus, and probably my grandma.
Okay. All right. Beck, you ready?
I'm ready.
What 3 words would you use to describe yourself?
I would say smart, hardworking, and nice.
Okay. Other than hockey, what is your favorite sport you like to watch?
To watch is probably football.
Who's your team?
I gotta say I'm a Packers fan, even though I'm from Minnesota.
Wow.
We don't claim that. We don't claim that.
I was not so you're a cheesehead.
Yeah, my whole family's from Wisconsin, so that's what I grew up with.
Okay. All right. I'm a Bears fan.
We hate you too. So.
Yeah, I know. And you must be a
Fine.
Viking.
How was your guys' record versus us this year?
Yeah.
It's fine, so.
We won't go there. Anyway, which phone app do you use the most?
Probably Snapchat.
All right. And what do you wish you did more of?
Reading.
Okay. Describe your perfect meal.
Steak, mashed potatoes, and like some Mexican street corn.
All right. And what new thing would you like to try that you've never done before?
I'll go with skydiving.
Okay. If you could instantly be an expert in something, what would it be?
I would be an expert in computers.
So would I. What do you have a favorite TV show, and what is it?
I don't know if it's my favorite yet, but been watching some Game of Thrones with Hunks, and it's been pretty good so far. So that could get on the up.
Okay. And do you have a big fear of something, and what is it? A phobia.
I'm claustrophobic. Got to fear that.
Okay. If you had to describe yourself as an animal, which one would it be?
I would be a dog.
A dog. Okay. How do you relax when you're stressed out?
Normally just take a nap, relax.
Okay.
Hang out with people.
What are you most grateful in life for?
My parents.
All right. What emoji do you use the most often?
The laughing emoji.
Okay. And what is your most favorite quote?
Knowledge is power.
All right.
Yeah.
And if you could share a meal with any 4 individuals, living or dead, who would they be?
I would say
Let's do 3.
3.
3. Let's do 3.
Bobby Orr and Marcus Aurelius, and I'd have to say my grandma as well.
Okay. Favorite NHL hockey team right now?
The Minnesota Wild, but they're terrible right now.
Yeah, the Wild.
Okay.
We're doing all right. They've
All
lost
right.
4 straight. Yeah, but
All right. Do we have any questions? It's time to open up the questions for our audience here. Do we have anything from the text line at all? Nothing from the text line. Do we have any questions here, guys?
Say the number again.
Nothing? Nada? Oh, come on.
Oh, Lincoln.
Lincoln's got one.
Lincoln's got one back there, so why don't you go get Lincoln real quick? Here he comes. Got to get that going. Batteries went dead. So, Lincoln, what is your question?
He wants to know why you guys don't win.
Oh, wow.
Bendy, you can take that one.
Too soon, Lincoln. Too soon.
Too soon. Okay, there you go. Any other questions? We got another one. You're going to have to speak up. The batteries just went dead in the microphone. What is the funnest team to beat in our division right now?
You want to say one and I'll say one too?
Yeah, go ahead, say
I
it.
would say the Spud Kings, but I'd probably pick in Pueblo right now.
Pueblo. He'd pick
Yeah.
Pueblo right now.
Yeah, either the Spud Kings or the Outliers. I hate the Outliers, so.
So there you go. Well, you had to play against them last year too, so
Yeah.
so I can see that. Any other questions we got? Gentlemen, I'm glad you participated. Thank you very much. And we will be back after a few messages, and we've got a very, very special guest coming up. So we're coming from the Weber County Sports Complex here in Ogden. We'll be right back. Thanks, guys.
Sweet, thank you.
Our next upcoming home games will be Friday, January 31st and Saturday, February 1st against the Rock Springs Grizzlies for Autism Awareness Weekend. All autism proceeds will benefit the Northern Utah Autism Program. If you are interested in making donations, please contact Tim Smith at marketing@ogdenmustangs.com. All games start at 7:15 p.m., with doors opening 1 hour prior. You can purchase tickets to the game at tickets.ogdenmustangs.com.
Hi, I'm Rachel Manning, and my husband is Daryl Manning.
And I'm Abby Manning, and I'm 10 years old, and I have a brother, Aiden Manning, and he is 14 years old.
Yes, and we just wanted to tell you about our billeting experience. We decided to become a billet family to help the hockey community, also to give these players a nice place to stay, somewhere they can just eat and call home, a home away from home. We wanted to provide a safe environment for them and just a nice, quiet place where they can just unwind after a game or practice. A fun place where they could invite their friends over too. I would have to say I've really enjoyed getting to know the players and their family. That's been really exciting to kind of make those long life friendships. I've watched these boys, the players, they've come into this team boys but leave men. I mean, they really mature. It's fun to watch them grow as a team. I mean, you see the goods and the bads. You go through the heartaches with them, the losing, the winning. If they get hurt, if they get sick, I mean, you're there for all of it. And it was a really good experience. We were so happy to be a part of it.
Billeting the hockey boys made me look at hockey a different way. And I used to not like hockey until they came along, and I love hockey now. What else? I will always cherish the moments that we were together when they left and when they arrived.
Yeah, and we love being Ogden Mustang fans. I mean, we've been fans for a long time, and then to get this opportunity to billet, it's been awesome. So I would highly recommend becoming a billet family. It's very rewarding. Thank you.
Local restoration services, look no further than the experts at ServPro of Ogden, centrally located in Weber County. You can rely on our extensively trained and experienced professionals for whatever disaster affects your home or business. Our technicians utilize state-of-the-art equipment and techniques to handle any restoration project. We provide end-to-end solutions for water mitigation, fire damage, mold remediation, and restoration services for your home, business, and its contents. For 25 years, ServPro has provided the residents of Ogden, Riverdale, Roy, and other regional cities and areas with impeccable restoration and recovery services. ServPro of Ogden has helped hundreds of families and businesses restore their properties. We can help you too. We're open 24/7. We can be reached any day of the year. We are a full-service disaster restoration company and also offer repairs and reconstruction services. When your property is in jeopardy, you need to know that you have the right contractor by your side to help you clean up the mess and put your life back together. Trust in the team at ServPro of Ogden. All insurance is accepted. We work closely with agents and adjusters to make sure that they are aware of what's going on and to ensure that any delays are minimized. In a disaster, time is of the essence, and we don't want to waste a moment. Call us at 801-740-5287. We're here to help.
At Rugged HD, we specialize in everything from full engine rebuilds to simple brake jobs, and everything in between for heavy-duty trucks and equipment. We do both mobile repairs and in-shop repairs. Call us at 801-989-7299 or visit us at 3269 Pennsylvania Avenue in Ogden, Utah. That's Rugged HD at 801-989-7299.
This is Brody Simcoe. Welcome back from the break. You are listening to the Ogden Mustangs Broadcast Network.
Hey, we're back already. Weber County Sports Complex. Hey, again, we want to thank Little Caesars Pizza, and we also want to thank UTOG They provided some of the beverages tonight. Want to thank them. We are going to do a little bit. We're going to do something and have a special guest, but I want to do that after we talk to our next two players, because one of the reasons is why we're here at the VIP room up here is for the following weekend what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and bring up the other two players. Number 77, Cole Wilmert, and number 7, Troy Hunka. Come on up, guys. Oh, Cole's going to sit by me, huh? How are you guys?
Good.
Good. Cole's done this before, so he should be a pro. Huh?
I guess, yeah. We'll see how it goes this time.
Okay. Well, let's talk to Troy first, and then we'll talk to Cole. Troy, I'm going to ask you, where are you from? How long you been playing? What age? What's your last team?
So I'm born in North Canton, Ohio. My last team was actually Little Caesars. And then what was the other question?
Little Caesars 18U. Now where is that out of?
Michigan.
Michigan.
But I'm from Ohio, so I made the drive up there. So
How long was the drive to go play with these guys?
like 3 hours.
3 hours here,
Yeah.
3 hours there, every weekend?
Yeah, and then for practice too. Which
Oh, okay.
Sucked, but
That's commitment.
Yeah.
And what age did you start?
I started around 4 or 5. I skated when I was 3 for the first time, so probably the next year or so started picking up a hockey stick.
So North Canton, where is that basically located? Say if I was to go to Columbus or Dayton, Ohio, where is that basically located?
Columbus is more down south, so I'm like an hour south of Cleveland, which is
Okay, Cleveland.
Cleveland's north. So I'm like where the Hall of Fame is for the NFL.
Okay.
That's like right around where I live. I'm like
All
10
right.
minutes right there.
All right, and Cole, same questions.
Might have to say him again. Not sure I remember them all here.
All right, where are you from? What was the last team you played for? How long have you been skating? And when was the first time when did you start playing hockey?
Last team I played for was Seattle. Only played a couple games there and broke my ankle. Only got 7 games last year. From Layton, Utah. I've been grown and raised out here. Been here my whole life, so that's pretty fire.
All right, and at what age did you start skating?
I've been skating like basically my whole life. I don't actually like remember starting, like just pictures and stuff. So.
Okay. All right. All right. So, Troy.
Yes. Yes.
Little Caesars 18U, not as big a crowd or bigger crowd, or how did that go?
Oh, definitely not. It's pretty small. Like it's still you go into tournaments every weekend, so you obviously like just some parents and.
So was this the first time you've ever been out to Utah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And when Kenny Orlando got a hold of you, what did you think?
Well, I was the one that actually called Kenny. So.
Oh, you contacted Kenny?
I was drafted here like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So then I gave Kenny a call and got my shot out, come out here. So.
And have you enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, I've loved it. It's awesome being out in Utah.
And what do you think of the fans?
Oh, they're awesome. It's so cool playing in front of everyone, like every home game.
So other than this arena, what is your most favorite ice arena that you've played in?
The best rink growing up was in Buffalo, New York. It's called the Harbor Center.
Okay.
It's Buffalo Sabres practice facility, so it's pretty cool up there.
All right. And Cole, what is your most favorite arena other than this one that you've played in? Or have you always played in Utah and then you've gone here and there?
No, I've played in tons of different rinks, I guess, like across the country. I'd say Maverick Center in Utah, but it's a really cool place. Fun playing there.
All right. Just want to remind anybody that wants to text these guys a question, 385-240-1121. Make sure you put your name and where you're where you're texting from. Let's go ahead and get to know you guys a little bit better. Cole, I'm going to go with you first. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
So, who is your hero and why?
That's a crazy question. Let me think about that for a second. I'm just firing Connor McDavid.
And why?
Oh, just like icon on the ice, you know. It was fun when he was coming up calling him McJesus. So, you know, just a name I think of, I guess.
All right. If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would it be and why?
I would just go skiing. I haven't been able to go in a while. Hockey and like injuries and stuff, and I've really been missing it. So I would just go out to a nice mountain and ski for the day.
Have you been banned from skiing until hockey's over?
No, but there's just not, I mean, it might be in our contract, but there's not really enough time for it anyway, so I haven't been able to get around to it.
All right. What is your most favorite family tradition that you have?
Growing up, I always liked hunting for those little Easter eggs on Easter, I guess, so.
Okay.
Little Easter egg hunt.
Who would you want to be stranded on a deserted island with?
Probably Brooks Cogswell. He's just a real smart guy, like figuring stuff out for the boys.
All right. What's your favorite zoo animal?
Probably go with the elephant.
All right. What's the most unusual thing you have ever eaten, and did you like it or not?
Probably uni. It's like sea urchin, but not really like it.
All right. And if you had a time machine for the weekend, where would you go and why?
Probably the future. Just like check out what's popping out there, the new stuff.
Okay. And what talent do you wish you had?
Wish I was like a better fisherman, I guess. It'd be pretty cool.
And who do you ask for advice when you have to make a difficult decision?
I just like my family, parents.
All right. And if you could be any movie or TV character, who would you be?
I was just like the main guy on Wolf of Wall Street. Seems pretty fun little journey he went on.
All right. And do you talk to yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you could listen to one song for the rest of your life, but different artists could sing it, what song would that be? Basically, what's your most favorite song?
Lemonade by, I don't know who it's by actually.
All right.
Never mind.
And if your pet, Rogue, could talk, what do you think he might say about you?
She'd probably just say I'm a beauty, you know, taking her for walks, playing fetch. I know she's got to love that, so.
All right. And who is your favorite Disney character?
I just Shrek, I mean, all the jokes and stuff, I guess.
All right. And if you could share a meal with any three individuals, living or dead, who would they be?
I'll go Wayne Gretzky, Donald Trump, Jeremy Wade.
All right. Troy, you ready?
Yep.
Describe your perfect day. What would be a perfect day for you?
I would sleep in, maybe get some breakfast in bed, chocolate chip pancakes, eggs, bacon, and then go to the rink, get a skate in, and then probably just chill out the rest of the day, maybe go out for dinner and watch a movie when I get home.
Okay. What is the top three on your bucket list to do?
I'd like to skydive. I want to go visit Italy and see the Colosseum and stuff over there, and then go to a World Cup game.
All right. How would your friends describe you?
I think they would say kind, pretty energetic, and fun to be around.
All right. And if you could be a superhero, who would it be?
Probably Spider-Man.
And what is your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
And what is your go-to fast food restaurant? Fast food.
Yeah. Does Chipper count as a fast food? Chipotle.
Chipotle is fine. Yep. And what is your favorite subject in school?
History.
History. Why?
I like learning about the past, and like I really, obviously, Beck said I liked Game of Thrones. I kind of like stuff like that back in the old days.
Okay, and if you could join any past or current music group, which would you want to join?
The Beatles.
And what is your number one goal in life?
To make the NHL.
Okay. Does your family have any big traditions, and what is it?
We don't really do many traditions. We have a Thanksgiving tradition. We play tackle football the morning of.
Okay.
With a bunch of friends, family.
Do you sing in the shower?
Yeah.
What song?
Like everything.
Okay. What would you do if you won the lottery?
I would invest most of it, and then maybe buy a house and cool toys to mess around with.
All right. And what are you most thankful for?
My family.
And if you could have any animal as a pet, what would it be?
Probably a lion or a tiger.
Okay. And if you could share a meal with any three individuals, living or dead, what would they be?
Patrick Mahomes, LeBron, and Connor McDavid.
All right. All right. So now it's time for, we've got a question from the text line.
Well, now the microphone's working. So the first question is for Cole Wilmert. Cole, what is your favorite Brawl Stars character?
Well, I've been playing Pico recently. I think I'm pretty good, probably like top 50 in the world, so.
Okay. I got to ask.
What is a Brawl Stars character?
Yeah, what is a Brawl Stars
We
character?
all want to know.
I have no, is it an app? Is it a game? What?
It's a little phone game me, Walsh and Dude have been playing.
Okay.
All right. Next question looks like it's for Troy. Are you planning on coming back next year to plan for the Mustangs? I read that word for word. Sorry, guys.
I really have no clue right now. I'm not really looking until next year. Just
All right.
worried about this year.
All right. Any other text?
Yeah, we're going to keep rolling here.
Wow.
Also for Troy, how many fights have you gotten in this year and who won?
Yeah, I have no fights this year. Hopefully, don't have any, but we'll see.
Any more, Tim?
One last one. What does Cole like to do outside the rink?
It's for you, buddy.
Mr. Wilmert.
Yep. Do some fishing, skiing, I guess. Haven't done skiing recently, but that's just like one of my hobbies, I guess.
Okay, and then Troy, what's the big four?
Do we even want to know?
No.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. All right. Do we have any questions out here now that we've got through the text messages? Any questions from anybody else? So, doesn't look like it. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Folks, we'll be right back. Again, text line 385-240-1121. We will have Kenny Orlando up here in a few more moments. After this last segment, we'll bring Kenny up and talk about the future games and everything else like that. We'll be right back after a few messages on YouTube Live.
Hi, I'm Josh Sparrow, and this is my wife Megan, and this is my daughter Chloe. And we are a billet family for the Ogden Mustangs. This is our third year billeting for the Mustangs, and our players that we just got done billeting were Corson McGuire and Tyler Lafferty. I think we billet for a lot of different reasons. Maybe I grew up playing hockey. It's my favorite sport. Met my best friends playing hockey, and we just kind of decided as a family that we wanted to give back to the sport. And we think that billeting has been a good way to do that. Some of the things we like it for a lot of reasons, but I would say probably the biggest reason is the relationship that we are able to build with the boys that we build it and their families, along with the organization. Ogden is a fantastic organization. It's got a great reputation, and we're just really lucky and excited and happy to be able to be a part of it. And like I said, just give back to the awesome sport of hockey. So, if you're considering building, I definitely would get in contact with the Mustangs organization because it's been a great thing for our family. And go Mustangs! Thank you.
Our next upcoming home games will be Friday, January 31st and Saturday, February 1st against the Rock Springs Grizzlies for Autism Awareness Weekend. All autism proceeds will benefit the Northern Utah Autism Program. If you are interested in making donations, please contact Tim Smith at marketing@ogdenmustangs.com. All games start at 7:15 p.m., with doors opening 1 hour prior. You can purchase tickets to the game at tickets.ogdenmustangs.com.
Hi, I'm Rachel Manning, and my husband is Daryl Manning.
And I'm Abby Manning, and I'm 10 years old, and I have a brother, Aiden Manning, and he is 14 years old.
Yes, and we just wanted to tell you about our billeting experience. We decided to become a billet family to help the hockey community, also to give these players a nice place to stay, somewhere they can just eat and call home, a home away from home. We wanted to provide a safe environment for them and just a nice, quiet place where they can just unwind after a game or practice. A fun place where they could invite their friends over too. I would have to say I've really enjoyed getting to know the players and their family. That's been really exciting to kind of make those long life friendships. I've watched these boys, the players, they've come into this team boys but leave men. I mean, they really mature. It's fun to watch them grow as a team. I mean, you see the goods and the bads. You go through the heartaches with them, the losing, the winning. If they get hurt, if they get sick, I mean, you're there for all of it. And it was a really good experience. We were so happy to be a part of it.
Billeting the hockey boys made me look at hockey a different way. And I used to not like hockey until they came along, and I love hockey now. What else? I will always cherish the moments that we were together when they left and when they arrived.
Yeah, and we love being Ogden Mustang fans. I mean, we've been fans for a long time, and then to get this opportunity to billet, it's been awesome. So I would highly recommend becoming a billet family. It's very rewarding. Thank you.
This is Brody Simcoe. Welcome back from the break. You are listening to the Ogden Mustangs Broadcast Network.
All right, we're back. I just got informed. Hey, I got a very special guest, and one of the reasons we have this special guest today is because of the following weekend on January 31st and February 1st is our special weekend of autism awareness. It's something the Ogden Mustangs have done, Kenny, about 4 or 5 years now. It was started by Sean and Kimberly Wilmert, and in conjunction, I was hoping Sean would be here so he could talk about it, why they wanted to do it. But it's a very special weekend for us because of autism. I personally have two that are on the spectrum. I know several others have children under the spectrum. And I have Peyton Ruggles here, who is a mother of a 5-year-old that is also on the spectrum. And I'll get with you in just a moment. But I want to talk a little bit about autism, and I think it's important why we do this and why why we are wearing the specialty jerseys and everything. Something nice about this year is we also have merchandise that we'll be selling, and I am fortunate to have the very first merchandise. Tim Smith actually went all the way up to Logan to pick it up, and I have got to show it off. It is going to be on sale at the merchandise stand next weekend. So here it is right here. Can't beat it. Buy it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I want to make sure that we sell out on these things. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. The jerseys that you see the players wearing, they're going to be auctioned off live. They're going to be also a auction online to do this. But let's talk about autism. It affects 1 in 36 children in the United States, which, as far as I'm concerned, it's a disease. There's nothing that's worse. It's a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behavior, speech, nonverbal communication. You know what? People with ASD may behave, communicate, interact differently than most other people. And ASD, autism spectrum disorder, does begin before the age of 3 years and can last throughout the person's life. But all those symptoms may improve over time. Some show ASD symptoms within the first 12 months of life, and then other symptoms may not show up until 24 months or of age or later. They gain new skills and they meet developmental milestones until around 18 to 24 months. But, one of the reasons that the Ogden Mustangs do this is everything that we make, we've got a whole bunch of wonderful sponsors, donors, that we're going to be doing a silent auction up here. We've got about 20 of them in the VIP room. The people on YouTube Live is going to get to see the little video clip of it after we're done here. But one of the things that we're doing is all money raised goes to the Northern Utah Autism Program, and this is why we brought Peyton here, is because believe it or not, she is one of the parents that has used Northern Utah Autism Program. A little bit about it. It was established in 1998. It is a preschool program for children diagnosed with ASD, autism spectrum disorder, and it is offered through Weber Human Services. Now, it only serves 24 children between the ages of 3 and 5. It is divided into 2 classrooms, 12 children each, 1 leader, 2 additional teachers, and 2 aides. Okay? And this program is absolutely free to those in need. They serve the Weber and Davis County. And Peyton, I am so glad you're here.
Thank you.
And I want to talk about the Northern Utah Autism Program because I do know that one of our staff members also had a son go through there. He is now, I believe, 23. And I'll tell you what, he is a joy anytime I'm around him. So let's talk about you and your 5-year-old. Let's talk about him.
Okay, so his name is Daxton. He just turned 5. He is level 2 autistic, and until about a year and a half ago, he was nonverbal. We tried a lot of different programs with him, such as like ABA therapy, occupational therapy, things like that. And children with autism, they need structure and routine, and we weren't finding that. And his preschool teacher at the time had recommended that we get him into the Northern Utah Autism Program.
So you got him in, and what has Northern Utah Autism Program meant to you and your family?
Oh my goodness, they are amazing. Since Daxton has started, his speech, you wouldn't have known that he was nonverbal a year and a half ago. He now knows how to express his emotions, which he's never been able to do before. His eating habits, amazing.
So is he in regular school now, or?
No, he does the Northern Utah program full-time.
He does the Northern Utah program. What about the teachers? Talk about the teachers and what do they do for your child and other children there?
So They do a lot of more one-on-one where they'll only work with about 2 to 3 kids at a time per teacher, and they really focus. Like, what I love is they'll come to you and they'll ask you, okay, what do you want to work on? What do you want to see him excel at? Things like that. And then they'll work on that with him until he masters it. And then once that's done, then they come back and they're like, okay, what's your next goal with him?
So a lot of parent involvement too in this
Yes.
program, and that is required. So what
Yes.
type of involvement does a parent get involved in when it comes to Northern Utah?
So parents do all the field trips, which there's 1 field trip a month. And then you also go in once a month and participate in the classroom, and they kind of show you what they're doing, and you get to help your child and the other children that are in the class. And then they do 2 hours outside of school, whether that be going to a doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, your home, the park, and they help you work with social skills or whatever they need help with.
Now, as a parent, I also heard that you also volunteer at the school.
Yes.
Other than just helping your own child out, you help them with fundraising and everything else like that,
Yes.
correct? You're so nervous.
I am.
I could see it. You're just shaking. Please don't worry about it. So, he does have a favorite sport.
Yes, he does.
And what is it?
Hockey.
And has he been to one of these games before?
No, but he has been to the Utah Hockey Club games.
Well, I'll tell you what, he is going to love this game. And you have anything else to say about the Northern Utah Autism Program?
Just that they're amazing. The teachers are amazing. The entire program. They've definitely changed our lives. They've helped Daxton so much.
All right. Peyton, I appreciate you coming. I am
Of
so
course.
sorry. You are just shaking up a storm. I'm going to go ahead and let you go sit down. I need to
Okay.
get your number. She is going to be on one of our intermissions. I'm excited to have her on there. And maybe even if Daxton can, we'll maybe put him on.
Oh, he would love that.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
And
Thank
now
you.
we're gonna bring somebody up, and he does not know it. Mr. Dave Berth, Dazzlin' Dave Berth. No, come on. We gave him a brand new nickname this year on Flow Sports. It's Dazzlin' Dave Berth, and there's a reason why. Get over here, my friend. You have been doing Autism Weekend for years. What does Autism Weekend mean to you?
Well, it's an exciting weekend. It's there's a lot of people that come in, a lot of support that comes in from the crowd. I have the opportunity to be the auctioneer on the ice. So standing out in the middle of the ice and having these people bid on these jerseys and know that this money is going to support these kids is, to me, sometimes overwhelming.
Yeah, and I know I put you on the spot, and I was told by those two guys over there to do it. But, there's something special about this. I've been involved in this for 3 years now, and it's always special. You enjoy yourself down there.
It's fun.
I wanted to kind of get you up here and talk to you anyway. How long have you been with the Ogden Mustangs? Because I know you started about the same time I did a long time ago, and then I left for a few years.
When was the first Thorn Cup?
Oh, God, I don't even remember.
The first Thorn Cup, I started security when they first started the security team.
Okay.
And then I did security for about 3 or 4 years, and then one Sunday, I had to, they asked me to make a quick announcement that there was breakfast burritos, hot chocolate, coffee up in the concourse, and so I did it. I hid behind the wall so no one would see me. I made the announcement, and Coach Jake heard me and contacted Lori Miller, who was the owner at that time, and said that we have our new in-rink announcer.
Well, there you go, and it's rest history, right?
Absolutely.
He actually replaced me, so I'm glad he did. So anyway, Dave, thank you for coming up. Appreciate it. Hey, before you leave, let's talk about some of these silent auction donors. Hilton Garden Inn, 3 rooms, 3-room nights with breakfast. Sheridan Home and Patio, a propane fire pit, folks. Minky Couture, Real Salt Lake, All In Gaming, Hockey Stops, Mod Doc, TNT First Aid Kit, Vehicle Trauma Kit, Ogden Eccles Dinosaur Park, the Ogden Raptors, the Utah Grizzlies, Washington Capitals are having 3 signed jerseys. Nope. Okay. Utah Hockey Club's got some jerseys coming. All West Communications, Wasatch Distributing, a Bud Light Hoop Game, Cornhole Hockey Club Mirror, Phoenix Business Solutions. You've got Angel Hugs, Cambria Company, CPC New Tech, and Empowered Body Works. Silent auctions are going to start Friday at the game. You want to come in to the VIP room, put your names down, get it. There's a lot of great items here on bid. Yep, go ahead.
I just wanted to kick in. So we're going to run this auction Friday and Saturday night during the game. 100% of the dollars raised go to new app.
So there you go.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That is exactly it. So, plus, like I said, we will have an auction online. So we are going to go to break real quick. We'll bring Kenny up. We're going to talk about the weekend a little bit more. We're going to talk about the future games plus the All-Star games, I should say. So we'll be right back after this from the Weber County Sports Complex.
Our next upcoming home games will be Friday, January 31st and Saturday, February 1st against the Rock Springs Grizzlies for Autism Awareness Weekend. All autism proceeds will benefit the Northern Utah Autism Program. If you are interested in making donations, please contact Tim Smith at marketing@ogdenmustangs.com. All games start at 7:15 p.m. with doors opening 1 hour prior. You can purchase tickets to the game at tickets.ogdenmustangs.com.
Hi, I'm Rachel Manning, and my husband is Daryl Manning.
And I'm Abby Manning, and I'm 10 years old, and I have a brother, Aiden Manning, and he is 14 years old.
Yes, and we just wanted to tell you about our billeting experience. We decided to become a billet family to help the hockey community, also to give these players a nice place to stay, somewhere they can just eat and call home, a home away from home. We wanted to provide a safe environment for them and just a nice, quiet place where they can just unwind after a game or practice. A fun place where they could invite their friends over too. I would have to say I've really enjoyed getting to know the players and their family. That's been really exciting to kind of make those long life friendships. I've watched these boys, the players, they've come into this team boys but leave men. I mean, they really mature. It's fun to watch them grow as a team. I mean, you see the goods and the bads. You go through the heartaches with them, the losing, the winning. If they get hurt, if they get sick, I mean, you're there for all of it. And it was a really good experience. We were so happy to be a part of it.
Billeting the hockey boys made me look at hockey a different way. And I used to not like hockey until they came along, and I love hockey now. What else? I will always cherish the moments that we were together when they left and when they arrived.
Yeah, and we love being Ogden Mustang fans. I mean, we've been fans for a long time, and then to get this opportunity to billet, it's been awesome. So I would highly recommend becoming a billet family. It's very rewarding. Thank you.
Break. You are listening to the Ogden Mustangs Broadcast Network.
All right, we're back. Let's go ahead and bring Kenny up here real quick, and let's talk about the weekend. This is always kind of an extra long because Coach's Corner, just because of Autism Weekend. And boy, I'll tell you what, you've got a big weekend coming up. Going to Casper Warbirds Friday and Saturday. New coach down there.
Coach Ray, yeah.
Oh.
I swapped. Coach, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Coach Ray had a good opportunity to take over a program over there, so obviously we're supportive of that. That's his goal was to get back to be a head coach again. When he was working with us, so we appreciated his time here, and I got to make a good friend out of that too, I believe, and I'm happy for him that he got to take over another program. So.
Yeah, and all we do is wish the best for him,
Yeah,
other
absolutely.
than when we play him.
Except for those minutes that we play him. Outside of that, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, and then that Sunday you leave for Casper. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, still in the midst of solidifying all of our travel plans and everything, but we're going to be, myself and the 8 guys will be taking off on Sunday after the games. We'll fly, depending on what their routes are. If they're the same as mine, we'll be flying to Denver, and then Denver to Boston on Sunday. We'll stay over in the hotel Sunday night, and then Monday and Tuesday we'll have games representing the respective teams, most of the guys with the Mountain All-Star team, and then a couple of our guys with the Prospects All-Star team as well, playing one game each day. So every team plays one game Monday and one game Tuesday, and then the event will conclude Tuesday afternoon.
And folks, we need to congratulate Kenny Orlando for being the head coach of the Mountain Division All-Stars. What an honor. But, of course, your assistant coach is
Idaho
Coach
Falls.
Bond.
Yes.
From the Idaho Falls Spud Kings. So, but hey, we want to recognize, in fact, I'm going to let you do this because I think it's a privilege for you to do it, our Mountain Division All-Stars and our Prospect All-Stars.
Sure.
You probably already know who they are, but I want to make sure.
Yeah. It's an honor with where we're at and all the representation that we've had. To have 9 of us, it's a third of your program going to represent, this league's all-star group, right, in some capacity. So to have a third of our program with debatably a couple other guys that could also be there, that's very impressive, and I'm really proud of them. Our younger guys too are both players that could have been representing the Mountain team, but because of their age, they're required to be on the prospects group. So again, just a very, very impressive set of names here and guys that we expect to really help push us down the stretch for a championship. With that prospects team, we had both Troy Hunka and Dylan Birkins. And then for the Mountain Division, we had 4 forwards and 2 defensemen represented. Our 2 defensemen, Ryan Tong and Grant Hyman. And then our 4 forwards that were represented, Brody Simcoe, Yuri Duda, Jackson Walsh, Roman Cherniak. So, again, really cool thing to be a part of for not just the guys that are going, but for our organization and being able to represent the way we are, and putting together the group, in our opinion, that is very strong with the Mountain Division All-Stars as a whole, to make people recognize what our brand is as an individual, but also as a division. I'm definitely excited for the opportunity. I know the guys are as well, and I expect our Mustangs boys to go and stand out. That's what I expect. So.
All right, and then you got a quick turnaround. You come back that Wednesday from Boston, and on Thursday we have Good Day Utah, Fox 13, going to be here early in the morning for our Autism Weekend. If you want to watch, we will be on live from 7 o'clock to 9:30, 10 o'clock actually. Kenny will be on it. I know Sean will be on it. We even have a parent from Newap coming on it. We are going to highlight the Ogden Mustangs like we did last year, and it's an absolute privilege to have Fox 13 come and show us off again this year. So please watch if you can. It's going to be a fun weekend. And then Friday and Saturday night is Autism Awareness Weekend against the Rock Springs Grizzlies. And I'm going to ask you this. What is so special about Autism Weekend for the Ogden Mustangs? You've been around it for a while now.
Yeah, I think it's obviously a lot of people have spoken on this already, but just the buy-in that we have from not just our team, but the community around it. All of our fans getting on board with this, whether it's people donating, people coming to support the team and the cause. Obviously, Sean and Kimberly have a very they're very in touch with this game and this event and this weekend, as they have been ever since it started. So it's definitely one for us that hits close to home. And we always look forward to it every year, between getting to design some cool jerseys and raise some money for a great cause, spread some awareness for this and in support of this as well. And, just as a group being able to, come and fight together, right? Between our players and our staff and our fans. And it's just a very uniting weekend when you see the turnout and people that we have, and the turnout in the donations for the raffles and from the sponsors, and all the support. I think is the biggest thing that I take away from it every year, is just how many people are bought into this.
So we want everybody to invite their friends out here. Let's pack the house for this one. I mean, we pack the house really good anyway on any normal night, but I'd love to see every seat filled on this weekend because of the special weekend.
Yeah, it's really special, really exciting, and I think there's just an extra layer of something there when you feel it. When you're in house that weekend, feeling those games, there's an extra layer of excitement. And I think our guys live up to those moments, and it should be exciting hockey for sure.
And then the weekend after that, you're away. You go up to meet up with the Idaho Falls Spud Kings on that Friday on the 7th, and then down to the Utah Outliers. Now, are they going to be in West Valley City, or are they back still at...
Yeah, they'll spend the rest of the season in West Valley this year. So the remainder of our games against the Outliers will be at Acord.
In Park City.
Acord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they're not going to Park City?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they'll be in West Valley, and then we'll be back the following weekend. Just as you have any final thoughts?
No, just encouraging the support for that weekend at home. Bring everyone you can, and let's make sure it's a fun environment to play in.
Next Coach's Corner will be the 11th of February. We're not positively sure where it's going. Huh? Oh, it is going to be back at Maria's Mexican restaurant on the 11th of February, right before Valentine's Day. So bring your significant other out for Valentine's Day. I want to again thank tonight's Coach's Corner sponsors, Little Caesars Pizza. Thank you very much for coming. Really greatly appreciate it. Want to thank UTOG. Make sure you follow our social media for any new updates of what might be going on the next couple weeks, and want to thank everybody for participating here tonight. Want to thank the 4 players. Thank you, fans, for coming out. And I'm going to close it out from the Weber County Sports Complex. This has been Coach's Corner.